Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the part 2 of PFRDA Grade A 2025 revision series of the Commerce and Accountancy. I hope you can hear me. Can anyone just quickly confirm in the comment section whether I'm audible, whether I'm visible? Everything is fine. Good evening, Anushka. Good evening, everyone. Okay, thanks for confirming. Let's start the session, guys. So I hope you have solved all the questions that we discussed in part 1, and this will be the part 2. So in every part we'll be solving close to 30 questions, right? And one more part will be added related to your numericals, okay? So let's start. Good evening, Aditi. Good evening, everyone. Okay, guys. So if you are preparing for your pre-FRDA examination 2025, you can check out our complete course as well. On that, we are providing live classes, notes, and mock test. Right? I've already covered many topics here in commerce and accountancy, and you can still join and cover each and every concept related to all the subjects. You can download the Oliveboard application as well. There you will be getting all the notifications related to the sessions. So this was the question that we had a discussion. This was the last question we had a discussion in our last session. Amit spent 15,000 on repairs, 35,000 on polishing of the old building. Both these expenditure are revenue expenditure, right? Rest of the expenditure are directly on the cost of construction of building, and 20,000 was incurred for electrical fitting. So definitely if you are constructing a new building, then definitely you need to incur the electricity fitting expense as well, right? Electrical fitting expense as well. So these are capital expenditure. They will be capitalized, and in the question they have asked us revenue expenditure. Here the correct choice will be option D, 50,000. Okay, option D, 50,000 was the first question for today. Advance amount received from customer is not considered as sale. It is based on which concept? So in dual aspect of accounting, if we are not following the cash basis of accounting, then we do not consider this transaction as sale. This is an advance received from customer, right? I have just received advance from customer. So in that case, I will be treating it as a liability, right? Because it's an advance from customer. So what kind of concept is applicable behind this particular theory? As per which concept I don't book my advance from customer as sales? Let's take a hypothetical example as well. Let's suppose from Mr. A, I received the advance of 1 lakh. I will be delivering t-shirts. I am a t-shirt manufacturer. I will be delivering the t-shirts after 4 months. So this is as good as an advance only, right? This is as good as an advance only. So in my books of accounts, I'll be showing only advance received. I won't be booking it as sale. I won't be booking it as sale. Why? Because of the accrual concept of accounting. Accrual concept of accounting. Transactions are recorded in the period in which they takes place, not when settlement in money takes place, right? Not when settlement in money takes place. Option C here will be the correct choice. Next is, which of the following set of activities are included in the bookkeeping process? So there are two things, bookkeeping and accounting. If I talk about bookkeeping, it's a part of accounting, right? Accounting is a broader term and it includes bookkeeping. Accounting is a broader term and it includes bookkeeping. So usually the clerical work is being done by the bookkeepers, and the finalization work, preparation of financial statements, ratio analysis, all these things are done by the accountant. However, identifying the transaction, recording it in journal, classifying it in recording it in journal, classifying it in ledger. These kind of things will be done by the bookkeeper. So here correct option is C. Okay, correct option is C. Next, a company makes a payment of 2 lakh rupees towards an outstanding inventory invoice of 3,70,000. What will be the effect on the accounting equation? So I was already having an outstanding invoice of 3,70,000. I need to pay somebody 3,70,000. I have paid him 2 lakh rupees. What impact it will be on the accounting equation? What impact will be there on the accounting equation in this particular case? And I request you all to please participate, right? The more you participate with the faculty, the more you will be having a learning experience, the better learning experience you will be having. Okay, even if you are giving the answer wrong, that doesn't matter, right? As of now it doesn't matter. Definitely it will matter in the examination. अभी आप सिर्फ ट्राई करो कि आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट कर पाओ और अपने कॉन्सेप्ट्स को क्लियर कर पाओ. The correct choice here will be option B. Total assets will decrease by 2 lakhs. Total liabilities will also go down by 2 lakh. Okay. Why? You have made a payment, so definitely you must have paid cash, or maybe you have paid via bank. So definitely assets will go down by 2 lakh rupees. This was an outstanding invoice. That means it's a liability. Earlier the liability was of 3,75,000. Now it will also go down by 2 lakh because you have settled it, right? So the correct choice here will be option B. Next question. What is the full form of IFRS? A very, very simple question. What is the full form of IFRS? Hello Bhakti, good evening. International Financial Reporting Standard. Okay, IFRS, majority of the countries are following the IFRS only, right? Usually basically ये कहाँ से आए थे? UK से आए थे, right? United Kingdom में IFRS का formulation हुआ था. उसके बाद many countries are now adopting IFRS. Majority of the countries are now adopting IFRS only, and we do have Ind AS in accounting, and Ind AS have been prepared by converging the IFRS only. So we have taken a base of IFRS only. So they are similar, subject to Indian economy, right? Subject to some changes pertaining to Indian economy. Next is 1 lakh spent by a factory. 1 lakh spent by a factory in overhauling of its existing plant and machinery. It has enhanced its working life by 5 years. What kind of expenditure this is? Is it a capital expenditure? Is it a revenue expenditure? Deferred revenue expenditure? What do you think? It is a capital expenditure. It has increased the life of the asset. So definitely it is going to be a capital expenditure only. Next, income received in advance. I have received some income in advance. So this will be categorized under what account, what type of account as per the traditional rule of accounting. Income received in advance. Do remember guys, this is not income, this is income received in advance, which is a liability. Okay, which is a liability. The correct choice here is a representative personal account, option E. In personal account we do have representative personal account, so it's more specific. Okay, it's more specific, so E here will be the correct choice. Income received in advance. Let's suppose my tenant, my kiraedar, has given me income in advance, has given me rent in advance. So this account is representing my tenant, right? So if I have received any income in advance, I won't be booking it as income directly as per the accrual concept. Transactions are recorded in the period in which they takes place, not when settlement in money takes place, right? So this is nothing but a liability for me as of now. This is a representative personal account. Okay, next. Which among the following would be classified as the part of internal liability? Now when I talk about liability, it can be either internal, it can be or it can be external as well, right? When I talk about external liabilities, bonds, debentures, bank loans, they are my external liabilities. When I talk about internal liability, equity shareholders are my internal liability. Yes, the correct choice here will be profits earned by company not distributed. They are also part of equity shareholders fund only. So that's an internal liability for me, right? For the business, it's an internal liability only. Next, tell me the full form of IASB. IASB. What is the full form of IASB? The correct choice here is International Accounting Standard Board. Okay, option B. International Accounting Standard Board, option B. Next is ASR issued by which of the following bodies? ICAI, MCA, SEBI, RBI या फिर FRC. We are talking here about the Ind AS, okay? Sorry, accounting standards, not Indian accounting standards. For Ind AS we have already discussed yesterday. Now you need to tell the body who is issuing the accounting standards. ICAI is the correct choice. Okay, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is the correct choice here. Okay, next, which of the following accounting standard is related to accounting for inventory? A very simple, a very straight question. Which of the following accounting standard is related to accounting for inventories? Accounting standard 2. And if I talk about the Indian accounting standard, what is the corresponding Indian accounting standard of accounting for inventories? This is the accounting standard 2. What about Indian accounting standard, guys? No, 115 is related to revenue from contracts with customer, not inventory. Yes, Anushka, it is Ind AS 2 only. Okay, Ind AS 2. Accounting standard भी 2 है, Indian accounting standard भी 2 है for accounting for inventories. Okay, next, the balance of fixed assets of Y Limited at cost at the end of 2020 and 2021 were 5,70,800 and 6,15,300. So the balances of fixed assets of Y Limited as on 2020 and 2021 were 5,70,800 and 6,15,300 respectively. During the year 2021, a machinery costing 60,000 was sold. So they have sold a machinery which was costing 60,000. You need to determine the purchase of fixed assets in 2021. तो डिफरेंस क्या था? देखो डिफरेंस जरूरी नहीं है कि नंबर में हमेशा डिफरेंस हो, ठीक है। जैसे अगर मैं बात करूं अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 2 की, सो द करस्पॉन्डिंग इंडियन अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड इज 2 ओनली, सो ऐसा कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है ना। अब अलग अलग इंडेस और एएस के नंबर्स के अंदर डिफरेंस है, जैसे एएस 9 को हम इंडेस 115 बोलते हैं, ओके। तो जरूरी नहीं है कि डिफरेंस हो हमेशा नंबर्स में एटलीस्ट। So guys, my value in 2020 was 5,70,800. In 2021, it went up to 6,15,300 despite of the fact that I have sold a machinery which was costing 60,000. The correct choice here will be option B, 1,04,500. I'll tell you why. So I have purchased a machinery earlier for 5,70,000. That's my value of 2020. In 2021, I have sold a machinery for 60,000. Right? So ideally, I should be having 5,10,800 worth of machinery in 2021. But when I have a look at the end of the year, the value of machinery is 6,15,300. That means there is an increase here. There is an increase here of 1,04,500. Okay, 1,04,500. Next, X Limited has had 1,500 units of product Z as on 31st March 2021. The product had been purchased at a cost of 28 rupees per unit. They normally sell it for 34 rupees, right? So the cost here is 28. The normally selling price is 34. Recently product Z has started deterioration, right? It started to deteriorate, but can still be sold for 34 rupees provided some rectification work is undertaken, the cost of which is 13 rupees. What will be the value of closing inventory as on 31st March 2021 as per AS2 or Ind AS 2? What will be the value as per AS2 or Ind AS 2? Acha, tell me the valuation method as per AS2 or Ind AS 2. Tell me the valuation method. How do we value inventories? Based on cost or so as per AS2 or Ind AS 2, we value inventory based on cost or NRV, net realizable value, whichever is lower. So the cost here is 28 rupees. What will be the NRV? The selling price is 34. However, I need to incur 13 rupees in order to do the rectification work. Right? So 34 minus 13, 21. Lower, 21 is the lower amount, right? So 21 multiplied by 1500 units will be the correct choice here. Option D. Okay, 1500 multiplied by 21 will be the correct choice, right? I am able to sell it for 34. However, I need to incur a cost of 13 in order to sell it for 34. So the cost of inventory will be cost or NRV, whichever is lower. So the lower here is NRV. Okay. Next, R Limited imported a machinery for US dollar 10,000 for 10,000 USD on 23rd Jan 2021. The payment for the same was made by the company on May 2021. So they have done the payment on May 2021. They have purchased the machinery. They have imported the machinery on January 2021. The exchange rate of INR and USD was 74.5 rupee on this particular date. So 74.5 rupee was the rate of 1 USD here. 75 rupee on 31st March. Definitely I'll be preparing my balance sheet on 31st March 2021. So 1 USD is equal to 75.3 rupees. And on the payment date, the rate was 1 USD is equal to 74.8 rupees. We need to calculate the amount recorded in the profit and loss account for the financial year 21-22. That means for the year ended 2022. 21-22 का क्या मतलब होता है? Year ended 2022. So here you need to tell the profit or loss for the financial year 2022. What do you think, guys, should be the correct choice? The correct choice, guys, here will be option A, 5,000. Why? Because this particular difference I have already accounted for in financial year 2021. So from 74.5 to 75.3, we have already incurred a loss here. Now we are at this particular value, 75.3. Because on balance sheet, I always do the revaluation for foreign currency assets here, right? And from 75.3 to 74.8, there is a decline in the value. That means at the date of payment, I need to pay less. Pehle 74.3 deta. Now I'll be paying only 74.8. So there is a profit here, right? 75.3 minus 74.8. This is the profit difference multiplied by 10,000 USD. So the correct choice here will be profit of 5,000 rupees because they have asked for financial year 2022, right? So this will be my impact in financial year 2022. Next question. You need to determine the cash flow from financing activity during the year based on the following. Cash flow from operating activity 6,000. Cash flow from investing activity negative 5,000. Net increase or decrease in the cash during the year 13,000. So what do you think, guys, will be the cash flow from financing activity? Look, there are three activities in the cash flow statement: operating activity, financing activity, investing activity. Right? There are three activities in my cash flow statement. So they have given me the operating activity ka flow 6,000, which is positive. Investing activity 5,000, which is negative. Sorry, investing activity 5,000 negative. And I need to calculate the cash flow from financing activity. They have given me one more thing, that the total of inflows from all the activity is 13,000 positive. I hope now it's simple. So as of now, I have received only one response. Bhakti is saying 12,000 USD. What about others? पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव कैसे पता चल रहा है? देखो, कैश फ्लो फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी तो कुछ नहीं होता है तो पॉजिटिव होता है, कैश फ्लो फ्रॉम इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटी ब्रैकेट में होता है या माइनस लिखा होता है तो नेगेटिव होता है। सही है। नेट इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज इन कैश तो लिखा हुआ है, देखो इंक्रीज होगा तो कुछ नहीं लिखा है, डिक्रीज होगा तो ब्रैकेट में लिखेगा, राइट? और उसने कुछ नहीं लिखा है मतलब दिस इज पॉजिटिव। सो इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज हमको ऐसे पता चल रहा है। अगर ब्रैकेट में है तो नेगेटिव है, कुछ भी नहीं है तो पॉजिटिव है। नाउ हैव अ लुक, इन द ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी देयर इज अ इनफ्लो, in the investing activity there is a outflow. So if I talk about the both of these things, so they are giving a net inflow of 1000 only. They are just giving a net inflow of 1000 only. However, if I compare with the actual inflow of total of 3 activities, it's positive 13,000. Definitely that means it is 12,000 US dollar. So 12,000 plus this net 1000 will be nothing but 13,000. भाई आरबीआई सर्कुलर जून पार्ट 2 पीडीएफ, यार पीडीएफ रिलेटेड क्वेरी आप लोग टीम को डाला करो, मैंने ऑलरेडी दे दिया है, राइट? आप टेलीग्राम चैनल पे देख लेना ओलिवबोर्ड के, वहां पे आपको मिल जाएगा, ठीक है? पीडीएफ मेरी तरफ से आउट है, ठीक है? मैं दे चुका हूं पीडीएफ। अ सेपरेट टीम इज डूइंग द असाइनिंग एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द पीडीएफ, डेफिनेटली विल बी गेटिंग द पार्ट 2 पीडीएफ एज वेल, ठीक है? प्लीज ज्वाइन द ओलिवबोर्ड टेलीग्राम चैनल, ठीक है? अच्छा, ये वाला क्वेश्चन सबको समझ में आया कि नहीं? Whether you guys are able to understand this particular question or not? Yes or no in the comment section. $6,000 का इनफ्लो हो रहा था ऑपरेटिंग से, इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटी देख रहा हूं तो 5,000 का आउटफ्लो हो रहा था इन्वेस्टिंग से। सो नेट इनफ्लो ऑपरेटिंग और इन्वेस्टिंग का मिला के हो रहा है 1,000 रुपये पैसा आ रहा है, पर पूरा इनफ्लो देख रहा हूं तो 13,000 आ रहा है तीनों एक्टिविटी का मिला के। मतलब बचा हुआ किससे हुआ होगा? ऑब्वियसली फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटी से हुआ था। सो 13,000 माइनस 1,000, 12,000। ओके, द करेक्ट चॉइस हियर विल बी 12,000। अब ऐसे इक्वेशन बना के करो या डायरेक्ट कर लो, मेरे हिसाब से डायरेक्ट कर लो, इट विल सेव योर टाइम, राइट? नेक्स्ट, एज पर द स्ट्रेट लाइन मेथड ऑफ डिप्रिसिएशन, व्हाट इज द पर ईयर डिप्रिसिएशन चार्ज्ड if machine cost is 2 lakh rupees, useful life is 8 years and residual value is 40,000? A very simple question, a very direct question. $20,000 is the correct choice here. 2 lakh rupee is the machine cost. I'll be getting residual value of 40,000. So 2 lakh minus 40,000 will be 1,60,000 divided by 8 years, which comes to 20,000 every year, because it's straight line method of depreciation. So the depreciation will always remain same in every year. Which of the following accounting standard is related to revenue recognition? So here you need to tell me the accounting standard number as well as the Indian accounting standard number and name. Yes, accounting standard is 9. Yes, 9. Option D is correct here. Now you guys tell me the name and number of Indian accounting standard related to revenue. The name is also different. The number is also different. Ind AS 115, yes, that's correct. But what is the name? What is the name of Ind AS 115? नहीं वही कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वाला नहीं, पूरा नाम बताना पड़ेगा, एग्जाम में कंफ्यूज करेंगे वो। तो वही कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वही वाला याद करके जाओगे तो फिर वहां पे वही वाला आएगा नहीं। नाम बताओ, पूरा नाम बताओ। कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स नो, रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स नो, द फुल नेम इज revenue from contracts with customer. Okay, revenue from contracts with customer, please remember this particular name. Yes, with customers है ना, ठीक है। next, which of the following are not a part of liquid assets or quick assets? Cash, debtor, prepaid expense, bill receivable, all are part of liquid asset only. All are part of liquid assets. Prepaid expense is not at all a part of liquid assets. By liquid asset I mean quick asset. So quick asset is current asset minus prepaid expense minus advance tax minus inventories. Right? So we don't consider these three things in quick assets: prepaid expense, advance tax and inventories, or anything which is not liquid. Okay, or anything which is not liquid. So here the correct choice will be prepaid expenses. We won't be considering it as a part of liquid asset, right? Next, now we have a full-fledged question related to ratio analysis. So here we need to calculate the current ratio. current ratio. So फटाफट से सब लोग चालू हो जाओ. Let me know the correct answer quickly. What do you think should be the correct answer here? देखते हैं सबसे पहले आंसर कौन करता है. ओके, लेट्स सी हु इज गोइंग टू आंसर द फर्स्ट. Because in accounting, when we talk about numericals, it's always a matter of accuracy plus speed, right? If you are even able to solve this after 5 minutes, it is dangerous for you guys to attempt in the examination, right? You need to be very, very quick. 2.28 आ रहा है. ओके, 2.28 तो ऑप्शन में ही नहीं आ रहा है. अनुष्का कह रहे हैं CA. ओके, 2.24. अप्रोक्स नहीं, ये वाला एग्जैक्ट आएगा. ठीक है, ये वाला एग्जैक्ट आएगा. What about others? So as of now I'm getting two options here. 2.24 Anushka, 2.28 Bhakti. ठीक है. What about others? सर हम इंतजार कर रहे हैं, आप कब निकालोगे? देखो यहां तो मैं निकाल लूंगा, एग्जाम में मैं कैसे निकालूंगा तुम लोगों के लिए. Okay, now we have only one choice. Anushka and Bhakti both are saying 2.24. Okay guys, let's try to solve this particular question. Asset side में building मेरे काम की नहीं है. Plant and machinery I don't want. Land no. Stock is a current asset. Losses written off fake asset, fictitious asset, debtors current asset, cash current asset, preliminary expense fake asset. So only I have 4,20,000, 3,40,000, 24,000. Right? 4,20,000. In the current assets, I do have 4,20,000, 3,40,000, and 24,000. That's it. In the current liability, I'm having trade creditors, bank OD, short-term borrowing. Rest is not at all a current liability. Capital and non-current liability it is above this. So I only need to consider these three, and I think 2 lakh plus 1,20,000 plus 30,000. Right? So the current asset 7,84,000 divided by 3,50,000. The correct choice here is option C. Okay, 2.24. Now what is the meaning of this ratio? This means कि अगर if I am having 1 rupee worth of current liability, then in front of that I do have 2.24 rupee worth of current asset. So I am in a comfortable position here. I can easily settle my current liability. Right? देखो डिबेंचर तो एक लॉन्ग टर्म लोन की तरह होता है. इट्स अ नॉन करंट लाइबिलिटी, सो वी नेवर टेक डिबेंचर्स. राइट? इट्स अ लॉन्ग टर्म लाइबिलिटी, नॉन करंट लाइबिलिटी. ओके, now we need to calculate the quick ratio. So I hope you also calculate it quickly. As the name says it all, this is a quick ratio, so at least be quicker than the earlier one. The current liability will remain the same only. That's the best part of liquidity ratio. 3,50,000 total of these three. This is my current liability. What about quick asset? देखते हैं यहां पे सबसे पहले आंसर कौन देता है. सबसे पहला आंसर है अनुष्का का 1.04, अदिति का 1.02, भक्ति का 1.4. ओके, लेट्स हैव अ लुक. ओके, 1.04. ठीक है, चलो फटाफट से देखते हैं. क्विक एसेट्स. स्टॉक इज नॉट माय क्विक एसेट. डेटर एंड कैश आर ओनली माय क्विक एसेट्स. सो 3,40,000 प्लस 24,000, 3,64,000 डिवाइडेड बाय 3,50,000. 1.04 is the correct choice. Okay, 1.04 is the correct choice here. Option D. Only debtors and cash are my quick asset in this particular question, right? Stock is my current asset. It is not my quick asset. These are my current asset as well as my quick asset. हाँ, कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक हुई होगी मे बी. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट गाइस क्विकली कैश रेशो. ये तो एक बिल्कुल 5 सेकंड में आंसर आना चाहिए. देखते हैं कौन सा इसमें से सबसे पहले देते हो. कौन सबसे पहले देते हो? आर दीज PYQs? नो, दीज आर नॉट PYQs. वी आर टेकिंग इट इन अ मिक्स. ओके, PYQ सेशन आई हैव ऑलरेडी डन इट. PYQ session we have already completed related to commerce and accountancy. This is practice session. These are the revision sessions, practice sessions. We will be practicing a lot of questions and numericals as well in these sessions. Okay. अरे अभी तक आंसर नहीं आया किसी का. कैश रेशो ये तो कब का आ जाना चाहिए था. डिनोमिनेटर इज द सेम ओनली. 3,50,000 माई करंट लाइबिलिटीज. हम सरप्राइज की अभी तक आंसर नहीं आया. बहुत ही सिंपल है. कैश रेशो, अरे कुछ नहीं, सिर्फ कैश आने वाला है. 24,000 सिर्फ कैश आने वाला है इधर. सिर्फ कैश आने वाला है. द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी 0.07. ओके 0.07. बहुत टाइम लगा दिया सब लोगों ने. देखो मैं करके देख लेता हूँ. 24,000 डिवाइडेड बाय 3,50,000, सो ये आ रहा है 0.0685. ठीक है, तो ये अल्टीमेटली क्या हो जाएगा, राउंड ऑफ हो जाएगा, 0.07 हो जाएगा, है ना. दिस इज ग्रेटर देन 5, सो वी विल राउंड इट ऑफ बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव एनी ऑप्शन एज ऑफ नाउ, राइट. अगर एग्जैक्ट होता तो आई शुड हैव चूजन द एग्जैक्ट. नाउ आई नीड टू राउंड इट ऑफ टू द नियरेस्ट डेसिमल, राइट. Which term describes the market price of the share before a right issue is announced? Which term describes the market price of the share before a right issue is announced? देखो कंपटीशन तो बढ़ाना ही पड़ेगा ना भक्ति. कंपटीशन एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो, राइट. थाउजेंड्स ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स के अंदर आप लोगों को अगर आना है in hundreds में, right. So definitely every second you need to compete. For every second you need to compete. सही है ना. The correct answer here is come right market price. So what happens is, let's suppose here I am making a right issue. Before the right issue, I call it come right market price. कम मतलब विथ राइट, इंक्लूडिंग राइट, राइट. सही है. आफ्टर द राइट इशू वी कॉल इट एज एक्स राइट. जाने के बाद तो एक्स हो जाते हैं, तो एक्स राइट. सही है. प्लीज डू रिमेंबर द टर्मिनोलॉजीज. नेक्स्ट, डैश इज द अमाउंट बाय विच कैरिंग अमाउंट ऑफ एन असेट एक्सीड्स इट्स रिकवरेबल अमाउंट. This is an exam question. It came in SEBI General Examination 2024. Very important for you guys as well. If you are aiming for PFRDA, you need to do the previous year questions of not just PFRDA but for SEBI Grade A General as well. What is the amount by which carrying amount of an asset exceeds its recoverable value? I do have a carrying amount in my balance sheet at 1 lakh. I am able to recover only 60,000 out of it. So this 40,000 will be what for me? How can it be gain? The carrying amount is greater than the recoverable amount. So I am able to recover less and less, right? I am unable to recover the 40,000 amount. The correct terminology here is, guys, impairment loss. Impairment loss. We call that our asset might be impaired. Why? Because the carrying amount of our asset is 1 lakh rupees. However, we are able to only get 60,000 in the market. That means there is an impairment. There is some kind of impairment. Do remember this particular terminology. Okay. And there is an accounting standard on impairment as well. So please do your own research. That's your homework for today. Do your own research related to impairment. What is the number of the accounting standard? You need to remember that number as well. Okay, you need to remember that number as well. That can also come in the examination. Sir, ऐसा तो हमारे कुछ exam course में है ही नहीं. In your course it is property, plant and equipment, right? So उससे related ही है ये वाला accounting standard भी, though the number is totally different. So you need to research about the number of this AS as well. Okay, next, dash is the part of issued capital with which the investors want to buy and applied for. So if an investor has applied for a capital, he wants to buy a capital, what is the name of it? यस भक्ति 28 ही है ना. यस 28 ही है इम्पेयरमेंट वाले का नंबर. The correct answer here is subscribed capital. Okay, subscribed capital. Option E. Perfect. Which among the following is the correct formula for calculating the X right price under the right issue? How to calculate the X right value, X right price under the right issue chapter? Which one is the correct formula here? The correct choice is option B. Okay, option B here is the correct choice. The old market capitalization, this is the old market capitalization, what I'm getting in fresh issue, new shares, they were multiplied by the right issue price. So this is the fresh proceeds that I'm getting divided by new shares plus old shares. Okay. A company's quick ratio is 1.2. If inventories were purchased for cash, then what will happen in that case? A company's quick ratio is 1.2. If the inventories were purchased for cash, what will happen in that case? This is a question where you need to apply accounting as well as your brain. It's not a normal question. You need to think here. Okay, let me tell you. Quick ratio is nothing but quick assets divided by current liabilities, right? In quick assets, I am having cash and I don't have inventories. I only have cash. So the company's quick ratio is 1.2, right? Inventories were purchased. So inventories are increasing. But I don't care because inventories are not a part of quick asset, right? Inventories are not a part of quick asset. So I don't care if the inventories are increasing, they won't be having any kind of effect on the quick ratio. They won't be having any kind of impact on the quick ratio. But they are purchased for cash. Cash is a component of quick ratio. So my cash is decreasing. Why? Because I have purchased inventories. So my cash is decreasing. So if my numerator is going down, the current liabilities are the same only. So definitely, if the numerator decreases more than the denominator, the resulting is a lower quick ratio. Option A here will be the correct choice. अरे न्यूमरेटर कम हो रहा है, कैश कम हो रहा है, तो क्विक असेट कम हो जाएंगे. डिनोमिनेटर तो उतने का उतने पे ही है ना. डिनोमिनेटर तो उतने का उतने पे ही है, राइट? लेट सपोज 1,20,000 के क्विक असेट्स थे, करंट लाइबिलिटीज थी 1 लाख रुपीज की. सो आंसर वाज कमिंग, क्विक रेशियो इज इक्वल टू 1.2 times. Now what happened is we have purchased inventories for cash. Let's suppose 20,000. So inventory बढ़ गई, 20,000 से कैश कम हो गया. इन्वेंट्री का कोई इम्पैक्ट आना नहीं है ऑन क्विक एसेट. There won't be any kind of impact on the quick asset for inventories, but because the cash has reduced, the quick assets will also get reduced by 20,000. So the new quick asset will be 1 lakh. The new current liabilities will be as same as the old only. So the quick ratio will be 1 time, right? कम हो गया पहले से. Yes, sweetie, the ratio chapter is also beneficial for the RBI Grade B students. It's a very, very important chapter for RBI Grade B students as well. Why? Because They have newly introduced it in 2023 only. Okay, earlier it used to be there in your syllabus back in 2016-17. They have reintroduced that particular chapter, Basics of Accounting and Ratio Analysis, in 2023, and as of now they haven't asked much questions from this particular topic. Okay, so definitely if you are preparing for RBI grade B, it should be in your strong zone. Market capitalization is calculating by multiplying which of the following pairs of factors? How to calculate market capitalization? A very simple question. Yes, option C, market value per share multiplied by the number of shares. You'll be getting the market capitalization. Okay, so Aditi, Bhakti, Imanshi, Anita, all are correct here. Option C. Okay, next, what does the term free float refers to in the context of the stock market? So this particular term I have also taught in the finance current affairs session. What is the meaning of free float? Let's suppose we are having 1 lakh shares in total. The promoters holding are 60,000. Rest of the shares 40,000. These are the free float market shares. They can freely float in the market because promoters won't be buying and selling the shares, right, on a day-to-day basis. So the correct answer here is option A, the percentage of company's total shares that are not locked in and are available for the public trading purpose, right? Option A. किसी का और का लैग हो रहा है क्या? अतिथि के एंड पे लैग हो रहा है, आपका भी लैग हो रहा है क्या किसी और का? कैन एनीवन कंफर्म? इज देयर एनी काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम विद द वीडियो और द ऑडियो? ओके देन अतिथि आपके एंड पे शायद कुछ नेटवर्क इशू होगा, राइट? Next is, which among the following best describes the calls in area for a company issuing capital? Calls in area: asset, liability, capital, revenue, expense. Calls in area, guys, are my asset. Let me just give you an example. I have called 1 lakh rupees from you guys for capital purpose. You have paid me only 90,000 as of now. 10,000 you are yet to pay me. So that will be an asset for me, right? I'll be receiving it in the near future. So as of now, it will be a part of asset. Next is, where should the amount incurred on the patent, which is still in process of being developed, be shown according to the Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013? Patent which is still in process. Let's suppose I have invented a new AI tool, for example, related to accounting. Now I have filed for a patent. I have paid 1 lakh rupees to the authorities. However, I haven't received the final approval, so the patent here is still pending. Can I show it in the intangible asset, or I need to show it as an intangible asset under development? Intangible asset under development. As of now, they haven't granted me the patent, so still it is under development. Okay, option B here is the correct choice. अच्छा, जैसे we charge depreciation on the tangible assets, what do we charge on intangible asset? Can you tell me? Anyone? What do we charge on the intangible assets? On tangibles we are charging depreciation. On the patent, copyright, trademark, what I'll be charging? Depreciation. Yes, amortization. Very good. Amortization. Okay. So last question definitely is your homework. read the below information and answer the question. Opening stock is 2 lakh, closing stock is 2,20,000, purchase during the year is 14 lakh, goods sold for a profit of 30,000 on cost. You need to calculate the revenue from operation. That's a homework question. So do let me know in the comment section later on. Okay guys, thank you so much for today. Content पसंद आया हो तो वीडियो को लाइक कर देना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना, राइट? और कोई सजेशन हो तो डेफिनेटली यू कैन ऑलवेज लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. बाय बाय, टेक केयर, गुड नाइट, हैव अ ग्रेट डे. कल मिलते हैं वापस 8 बजे और 30 क्वेश्चंस के साथ और बहुत सारी प्रैक्टिस के साथ. ओके, सो थैंक यू सो मच, बाय बाय, टेक केयर.